Do you see Webb flinch?
Yes. Give me your
Did you
full...
call it right away that it was intentional, or
Yes,
what were...
only because I know I've heard the stories of like Webb and like psyching people out sometimes. So I want to get your perspective on that too, because I personally have never encountered that at any level. AMs, pro am, like I've never, even when I've done like, oh, I'm gonna hop into the pro gate and just to grab some cash or whatever, never seen that before. What is your perspective? Have you ever encountered that, or is that just expected in like big league, big boy stuff? Like what's your breakdown perspective?
Believe it or not, I've never actually, to my knowledge, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that intentionally to mess somebody up. Of course, there's been times where I kind of got that urge, like it's going to drop, and then caught myself and, flinched. But I definitely haven't. I don't think I've seen anybody else do that to anybody on purpose that I've ever seen. So pretty impressive to think of that on the spot. And also it didn't mess up his start. He's still got to start over Chase, I'm pretty sure.
That is skill right there, to not mess yourself up and still hole shot the guy you're trying to have flinch. I would have stalled my bike so hard in that moment. It would have been the most embarrassing thing I could have ever done. That to me is skill. So when it comes to that aspect of the sport, when you are so competitive that you have to almost implement mind games where you're yelling on the start or doing something, do you condone that type of technique or like skill set? The flinching, the this or that, getting to the person's head. Do you condone that kind of tactic for racing?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say, as much as when I saw it in real time, I was kind of annoyed by it. Yeah, because it's not dangerous. You're just playing. You're just trying to play head games a little bit with the guy. And I know from firsthand experience too, and anybody that's been on the line, when somebody flinches next to you, it's hard not to flinch. It's really hard because your anxiety's up, like you are ready and anticipating that gate to drop. When somebody goes, like it is really hard to not go. So, I mean, that also then showed though that Chase was locked in. He didn't budge. Didn't budge, and executed a pretty good start as well. Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, that's annoying. But it's better than somebody being crazy dirty and endangering somebody for no good reason. Right?
Yeah.
Because out on the track, Webb has proven, I'm pretty sure over all the years, he's never really done anything dirty on the track.
No,
right?
I wouldn't. I'd say he just races people aggressive and hard. Like even looking back to 250s, I can't think of a time, and I'm sure someone's gonna find something in the comments. But I can't think of a time when he's done something really blatant. And I'm trying to think about like maybe the Osborne Savachi thing a couple years ago, or I can't think of any situation or scenario where Webb has been involved in those.
If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, you can do so on Spotify and Apple Music. If you want to send in your own video submission, you can join us in the Moto Academy family inside of the Moto Academy app by just going to themotoacademy.com. That's also where you can sign up for a class. Okay, guys, see you next episode.